Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I'm your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Scorpio in mid-August 2019. Hello, Scorpio. What's going on? How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, Scorpio. End of summer. How's it going for you? Is it going well? Tell me. I want to know. No, seriously. I hope you guys are having an amazing end of your summer. I hope everything's wrapping up nicely. My summer is just simply wrapping up, and I can't really complain about that, so I will not even try. Anyway, guys, that's your main spread there. I've shuffled off camera to save time a little bit. I will shuffle on camera now to give you your outcome. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp will be in the description box below if you want to get if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is the information that you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. I'm like getting ahead of myself. I feel myself like I'm like jumping, like I'm skipping over something. So I don't know if that means something to you, but I've kind of been channeling that way recently, if I'm honest. So that might mean something to you guys, kind of like being so eager for something, okay? Anyway, so once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is below. Ordering information is down below. That's it. Let's get into it. Let me see Scorpio's outcome for mid-August, please. Show me Scorpio's outcome for mid-August 2019. Please show me. Stop. Yes, no? One more time. Okay, thank you. They lied. More than one. Okay, there it is. I was like, they lied. It was more than one time. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Is this side? Yeah. Which way, please? Show me. Which way for Scorpio? Please show me. That way. Thank you. All right, there you go. All right, Scorpio. Only two cards came face down. Let's see what's shaking. A. And in the outcome, A. I don't even know why I'm saying that. A. I don't even know why. All right, guys, let's get into it. Please show me where Scorpio is in mid-August 2019. Please show me Scorpio in mid-August 2019. Please show me. Okay. Woo. Ah. Ow. That gave me like a little bit of a pinchy headache for like 2 seconds. That was weird. All right, guys, coming in. Pick it up. Coming in. You come in with the Hermit card. This deck is like so tiny, so I have to like, mind my huge lady fingers. Anyway, major arcana card for Virgo. So some of you might be dealing with a Virgo, but you don't have to be. Scorpio, on a break, eh? On a little time out, eh? Spending lots of time by yourself, or if not by yourself, at least within yourself. You have gone on a journey, whether people know it or not. You have maybe in some cases actually left town. Maybe in some cases you've actually taken time off of work, taken time away from your regularly scheduled programming or whatever you do normally, and you're just like breaking your routine. And for whatever reason, or however it's manifesting, whether you're actually away or if you are internally, out to lunch on vacation, the motivation is to get some type of clarity, to get some type of healing, to get to the bottom of something, to the root of something, or to deal with a problem or a situation. No, not a situation. A status, a state of mind, a state of being, a reality that you recognize and maybe other people don't even have a clue about, but getting to the root of an issue. basically. Getting to the root of an issue. And again, I don't think a lot of people know you're doing this. If you're on quote unquote vacation, people think, oh, you're on a beach somewhere, you're sipping a pina colada, you're getting a massage, and you're having wonderful food, and you're out on the town, and people think that's what you're doing. And maybe that's what it looks like you're doing. Maybe you're putting that all over your social media. I'm having my best life. I'm living my best life in Ibiza. I'm on this safari, or I'm on my staycation. I'm in sweatpants all day. Whatever you're doing, it looks joyous to other people. It looks, quote unquote, normal to other people. But to you, you know what the deal is. I'm at work. I'm at some deep spiritual work. I'm trying to get to the root of an issue that only I recognize. And here's the thing, Scorpio. I'm not sure that I'm even connecting with what that issue is, because I don't even think I can pick up on it truly. And that's also due to this being like a general, you know what I mean? Like there's going to be several of you going through this, and again, you're down in the depths of your inner being for different reasons. The issue will not be the same for everybody. It's like going to the car mechanic. Somebody's in here for a new battery, somebody has a fucked up transmission, somebody needs their tires rotated, and somebody has a totaled vehicle and they just need to get a new car done. You know what I mean? So you're all going to have different reasons to be engaged with this hermit energy, but the purpose is healing. The purpose is to nurse yourself to some semblance of health. Okay, I'm really being drawn to like the Virgo archetype, and the Virgo really is about caretaking. The Virgo energy, not just Virgos themselves, but just the energy of Virgo, is to be someone who takes care, shoulders a burden, shoulders pain, shoulders some type of, I don't want to say despair, but like loneliness is how it's coming across in some of your cases, but shoulders this dissonance or this feeling of despondence, defeated energy or defeatist energy. Yeah. So you are counseling yourself. You are nursing yourself. You are healing yourself. Some of you maybe you're talking to a counselor, a nurse, a doctor, or you're utilizing the help of others. But I feel this is something that Scorpio is doing that other people don't know is actually going on, and you're taking your time. Okay, because the earth quality is here. Virgo is an earth sign, so it's like you're in no rush, whether you like that or not. Whether you like how long this journey is going to take is regardless. You know that you can't push past what the hermit has to do. You cannot rush this healing. You can't rush this car through the auto body shop. This is like a multiple day fix in the shop. This is a short stay in the ICU or something like that. This is not some in and out procedure. Maybe that's something you guys are going through. Oh, there's something for some of you, secretive Scorpios out there. Not all Scorpios are secretive, but most of you are, and it's okay, But maybe somebody you're saying you're on vacation, but while you're on vacation, you're actually having a medical procedure. Okay? Some type of surgery, some type of therapy that is not available where you are, or there's a specialist that you have, sought out to work with, or to be counseled by, or operated on by, whatever. And you're going there, and people are like, oh my God, Susan went to Mexico. She's going to have a great time. Yeah, Susan went to Mexico because she has a life-saving procedure that needs to be done. She might also have a margarita, but primarily Susan is there to get some operation. For whatever reason, Scorpio. I'm not here to accuse you. I'm not here to, reveal your secret to any potential cross-watchers. Oops, I guess the cat's out of the bag in some of your cases, maybe. But it's really private. Whatever you're doing, whatever issue you're trying to handle, it's very private. You're protecting yourself as best you can, as best as you know how. Like I said, Scorpio is automatically a secretive energy, or you have secretive qualities about you already. And because this issue is so sensitive, so damaging, potentially damaging to yourself or to other people, you just don't want other people involved. If anybody has to deal with the burden, deal with the fallout, deal with any kind of consequences to whatever you are working on, you want to handle it by yourself. You know? I commend you. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's like a little hourglass on his hip there. It's like like sands through the hourglass of life, or whatever that Days of Our Lives intro is, right? This is taking a minute. This is going to be a minute. You know? Or if it doesn't take a while, you're under the pressure of time. So again, for those who are having like a certain procedure, or you know your vacation is only so long, so there's only so long that you can, like maybe your vacation includes some type of retreat, or you specifically went to a retreat because, you know, back at home you live a high stress, you work a high stress life, your family's up your butt, and you're just like so high strung. You need this time away. You need this 6, 7, 8 days away to recuperate, to recalibrate your body, to recalibrate your mental and your physical and your emotional states of being. Yeah. So it's either you're under a time crunch, like you have to get this operation, or you know, whatever you know of your health, it's imperative that you act now, or there's only a certain amount of time in which you can experience an attempt to get this healing. Yeah? Good luck, Scorpio. And that sounds like I'm like saying goodbye to you or something. I'm sorry. But like, I'm saying that because as the outsider here, I'm not worried. I feel like most of you will succeed. Most of you will get the healing or the guidance or the clarity or whatever you're looking for, and you'll make headway. Even if you don't succeed fully, you will begin to do the work that is necessary, and that'll kind of get you going. So I feel that's great. Now, the reason I wish you good luck is because as the outsider, I really feel like nobody knows. Nobody knows. Maybe I am like the only person who knows, and I don't know shit. I'm sitting here and I'm interacting with his energy, and I know something's up, but I don't know what it is specifically. So I wish you luck, because that's a lot to take on your own shoulders. And of course you're sitting there going, well, it's my life, so it's totally okay. And I'm like, yeah, but a problem, what is that? A problem shared is a problem halved, or whatever it is. So I think a lot of you, as Scorpio tends to do, is you are burdening yourself. Perhaps, not in all cases, perhaps. Some of you are burdening yourselves more than you need to, because you feel other people wouldn't appreciate the gravitas of the situation. They wouldn't appreciate the impact of what you're doing. Some of you feel you would be misunderstood, or nobody would be able to sympathize with your position. People won't be able to get your point of view. Others of you, you don't want to be a burden to other people. You know what I mean? Like if you're the head of a household, if you're the parent, if you're, you know, your kids depend on you, if your husband depends on you, or your wife depends on you, you don't want them to worry about you. You know, Scorpio loves that. I don't want you to worry about me. Go. It's fine. I'll take care of it. That's Scorpio's like wheelhouse, okay? And I don't know that that's necessarily good or bad. I think I'm just led to believe in some of your cases that's unnecessary. Because where you think someone wouldn't support you, or where you think someone wouldn't be able to understand, they absolutely would. Or if you share your burden, it would be not a total alleviation of the problem or the issue, but at least it would be a little bit of a weight off your shoulders, or you could breathe a little, like you would be a little bit less tense. I don't think you sharing the problem with other people or a particular person is the end all be all of some type of, like I said, it would not alleviate the issue, the core of it. But I think it would maybe smooth things over, make it easier for you to, because I mean, if you're doing something in secret, essentially you have to lie, or essentially you have to omit the truth. And if you didn't have to lie or omit the truth, wouldn't that be slightly easier? Not a suggestion. This is just what I'm feeling. So maybe someone around you is quote unquote suspicious, or someone around you is concerned, and you're kind of like deflecting them. You're like, you know, sidestepping them. You're ignoring them. You know, you're not engaging with them, but they're worried about you. And for whatever reason, you keep up this wall. You keep pushing them away, or you keep avoiding them. And they're just like, Scorpio, I'm trying to help you. Or Scorpio, how's everything? They might not even be, suspicious that something is going on. They just want to like be in contact with you. Oh, you haven't come, this could be like a friend at your workplace or something. Oh, you haven't come to lunch for the past 3 days. You're having like, gallstone problems or gallbladder problems, your stomach is just like all in knots all day and you feel ill. And you, instead of saying these things to your friend at work, you're just like, I've just been, I'm staying overtime, or, I'm just trying to get this project completed, I'm sorry. And you're, again, you can choose to do that, but I don't know what would be the problem if you told them the truth. That's all I'm going to say. And I said a lot. Anyway, so you're on this journey of healing and getting yourself into a better physical, mental, emotional state. Whatever your issue is, whatever you're dealing with, whatever the hermit is on the case, and he's trying to fix, you are, like, I feel like the massive amount of your attention is there. And or if not your attention, your energy. Like some of you, like, this is all you're doing, or like this is like draining you, how focused you are on this issue, okay? Wow, yeah. Well, which one, please? Okay. That's interesting. Like, they're like either way. And I'm like, well, they're two different cards, my friends. This is not clear. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Obviously you're holding on here. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, it didn't feel right. This is right, yeah? Okay. We got there. Jesus. So across from where you begin with the Hermit card, you have the Ace of Pentacles, yeah? So, this is a new opportunity, this is a new chance, this is new investments. So that would be kind of the goal of the Hermit, what you're moving towards. This figure on the Hermit card is pretty much orientated towards the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's facing it. So that's where he's headed. That's what he's after. This new chance, this new opportunity, this new investment, this fresh start. And that's going to come across in many ways. It's Pentacles, so in some of your cases it does have to do with money, but this is beyond money, if I'm honest. In some of your cases it might manifest in the way of money or physical possessions here in the material world, but I think it's beyond that. It's really like fresh footing, right? Stepping out onto this new path that you have carved out for yourself, that you have discovered for yourself. Like now they're showing me like, what is that? Lewis and Clark expeditions, what do you call those people? Like paleontologists or archaeologists or whatever. People who go and explore new lands, looking for treasure, looking for artifacts and things like that. Maybe some of you are doing something like that. I don't know why you would be doing that. I don't know what healing comes from that, or, I don't know what you would be fixing or what the issue would be with that, But I'm getting like this idea of traveling to a new land and breaking ground in that new land. So basically, the goal of the Hermit is to get a new experience, to get new land up under his feet. Yeah? You're coming from a previous place that was a wasteland maybe, or a difficult, just to bring it back to like reality. You're coming away from a difficult period in your life and you want to go towards a new, more prosperous, more illustrious and abundant area or part of your life. So this time away, whether you're literally on vacation or you're, having a staycation, or you're having an internal vacation, whatever you're doing, Scorpio, whatever way this is manifesting, on the other side of it is a whole new start for you, a brand new world for you. That's what you want. Now, again, it could manifest in the ways of money, possessions, maybe even like a job or a new career opportunity, whatever it is. but it's solid. It's firm. It's tangible. It's within your grasp. It's only a potential, by the way. Okay, let's undercut that, because the aces are all about potential. What it could be. It is not guaranteed. So there's, you know, that when you get to this new precipice, this new starting point, this new start line, you will be expected to hit the ground running. Or at least that's what you're hoping for. Now, the interesting thing about that is, okay, there's the caveat. Because I was like, wait a minute, what about people who are like having surgery? You just can't get off the plane, landing back in, you know, St. Louis and just like hit the ground running. That's dangerous. What about the recovery? So it's slow because it is Pentacles. So as much as it's new and fresh and exciting, there's a slow approach to it. And sort of like Lewis and Clark. Like in the old days of like discovery, quote unquote discovery, right? Because, you know, we could have a whole discussion about what it means to discover land that's already occupied, but whatever. So anyway, back in the day, you know, centuries ago, when people were traveling either by foot or horseback or some other type of beast of burden, right? No cars, no trains, no automobiles, no planes, no modern conveniences, all right? Things just progressed a lot slower, yeah? Pre-industrial age, right, is what I'm feeling. So as much as you can hit the ground running with that type of slow approach, that's what you'll be doing, yeah? And it's also kind of giving me like you're preparing something beyond like preparing yourself. You might be preparing a gift for someone, a token of appreciation for someone, or someone's doing that for you. But I feel most of you are doing it for someone else, and that's kind of interesting. Because again, I feel like you've kind of pushed someone aside or avoided someone, ducked and dived, you know, dodged people's questions. Hey, Scorpio, what's that trip about? Oh, you know, nothing, just going to Mexico. Oh, where are you going? Mexico? Yeah, but where in Mexico? My family and I, we go down there like every year. Where are you staying? In the Hilton in blah, 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 blah. And they're like, huh? And you're like, oh, I gotta go. I have a meeting. Bye. You know, this person who you've ducked away from, I feel that you would come back not apologizing. I don't think you're really necessarily apologizing. Maybe you're explaining, which maybe might be conflated with apology, but I feel like you're making an attempt to smooth over something or to show them, give them a token of your appreciation or something that symbolizes, hey, so what I did was I went down and I had major brain surgery in Mexico, and I didn't want to tell you that because I didn't want you to worry about me, but here's a fruit basket. And you're like, this person's like, why are you giving me a present after you went to a foreign country and had surgery on your brain under the guise of a vacation? You're like, there's cantaloupe in it. Do you want it? You know, you don't really want to get into the rhymes and the reasons of why you're presenting this to this person or why you're coming back in this way. You just kind of want it to be, please don't be mad that I lied to you. Maybe that's what it is. So it's not an apology. It's a peace offering of sorts. Please don't be angry that I had to deal with something all on my own, in my own way. Please don't be disappointed in me. Please don't be aggravated with me. Please don't think that I meant to harm you or deceive you. It was just, this is how I had to do it. And that's sort of the apology. Does that make sense? Okay. And I say okay like I heard you say, yeah, that makes sense. And maybe some of you did. So I like that. Not the, you know, giving fruit baskets because you had brain surgery. That's kind of weird, if I'm honest. But, you know, it makes sense to you, and maybe it makes sense to the other person. I don't know. But I like it that, you know, on the other side, there's a whole new plateau, a whole new horizon that you can walk on, and that you're going to experience life in a different way, or you're going to be moving forward in life in a different way. Yeah, I like that. Oh, see, here we go. They're hitting me. What's that? There's something here not to like. Okay, what is it? Okay, maybe not. They're like, man, don't get too... It's like I was feeling literally like uplifted for a second. And now they're like, come on back. Come on back. I'm like, okay. So why am I coming back? Oh. Oh. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay, here we go. So the reason I gotta pull back and, you know, kind of be a little cautious is this Ace of Wands in reverse, yeah? So another ace, I'll show you this upright so you can just get a better look at it. So another opportunity, but of a different sort. Wands usually indicate some type of action, some type of physical manifestation of something, or a creative idea, creative endeavors, yeah? Spirited actions, yeah? So acts of, like I said, acts of, excuse me, hold on a second. I don't like that. I guess my voice was not appreciating all the talking I did this weekend. I didn't talk all day at work. That's usually what I do. So I'm a little surprised that my throat got a little froggy there for a second. Anyway, so creative endeavors, creative projects, things like that. Sex, also with the Ace of Wands. But now that we have it in the reverse, maybe we're not having those things. Or maybe... I don't know. Not having these things, no creative projects, no inspiration, no sex. Maybe that's what's... Oh. Clean that up, please. I want to see that more. Oh, what's this? It's like a connection. Maybe it's a different priority? Okay. A different priority? Maybe? Okay. So, slow. Got it. Okay. So, the wands are definitely faster than the pentacles, right? Definitely. You know, the fastest suit, if you're wondering, is swords. Second fastest, wands. Cups, then pentacles. So, these are separated by one suit. So there's definitely, like, if you want to think of it like gears, like in a car, like we were talking about earlier, like this is probably like fifth gear, fourth gear, that would be like second gear with the pentacles, or even first gear, right? So with this being in reverse, we're really taking it slow. And that kind of plays into what I was saying about Lewis and Clark and exploration back in, like, you know, the earlier centuries, you know, what were they here in like the 1700s, 1800s, something like that. And so it's like this very slow movement down this new path. And that doesn't fly with this energy, with this Ace of Wands in reverse. Or rather, because that Ace of Pentacles is where the Hermit is going, the Ace of Wands is not able to come here upright. So that makes sense. I'm like, why are we talking about this? Because they're really, if I'm honest, they're really harping about no sex, no sex, no sex. And I'm like, oh, okay. Scorpio, no sex. Are you ready? Can you handle that? Because, you know, Scorpio is known to be, even though not all Scorpios are this way, but Scorpio is known to be a sign that gets it in. Okay? 8th house, house of sex. Let's go. All right? But so it makes sense because for some who have gone on this retreat, maybe you've gone on a spiritual retreat or a religious retreat, maybe you have recommitted yourself to having, you know, Jesus Christ be your Lord and Savior, and you come back from that and you're like, I'm born again, girls. I'm born again. I'm abstinent. And your friends are like, what? Or you come back because you have had surgery or some type of procedure, and you come home to your loving husband or your loving wife or whoever, and they're like, oh my God, babe, I miss you so much. And you're like, put the brakes on. No sex. You know? And they're just like, boom, 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 boom. You know that sound from Price is Right. Or, you know, just a simple wah, wah. So someone else or you were hoping for some type of physical connection, and I don't know that it's gone forever. I would doubt it. Unless, you know, in some cases that might be the case. I don't know what your life is. I don't know the specifics. But I feel that for now, because this is definitely much more prominent, that Ace of Pentacles, for some of you, it's going to be a slow road to recover your libido or to get back into, you know, performance status, like I said, some of you are dedicating your life to JC, and in your estimation, JC says lock it up, and your libido is saying what, and your ego, your more logical brain is like, yeah, we gotta lock this down. We're on this spiritual re-up, and we're really trying to get to being a better person. And your libido is like, what the fuck are you talking about? We went all the way over to that tropical island. We never got laid because we were in all those damn Bible seminars, and now we're back home and we're not getting it in. Like, your libido feels like held hostage, okay? I don't mean to laugh, because that might be very true and very annoying to some of you. But there's just this downturn in passion. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's a little longer term, or maybe, like I said, it's like a slow rebuilding up of the fire because it's underneath that Ace of Pentacles. So that's interesting. I mean, neither of these are your home suit. You're a water sign, so you're cups, so I don't think you're really feeling quote unquote at home in either of the aces. Like, you're not, when you get back to coming out of your hermit phase, I don't think you're really looking for much. You just want to coast into your recovery or coast into some normalcy again. So in that sense, I think you appreciate the Pentacles, but when it's time to get this back into the upright, you'll be ready. Or when it's time to bring out the Ace of Cups, you'll be ready. Whatever you need to do, whatever new opportunities you need. But for now, the Ace of Pentacles is overpowering, quote unquote, overpowering the Ace of Wands. Interesting. What's going on over here? Because this has been a troublemaker for me energetically in your reading. Because I wanted to talk about this person earlier, or this energy earlier, but I felt compelled to go, and then I was pushed away. I felt compelled to go over and get involved, and then maybe I was pushed away. So maybe this is the person that you've pushed away. In some cases, maybe this person pushed you away. For those where you're not necessarily on some type of spiritual retreat, or you're going to have some type of surgery abroad or anything like that, this could be you've had. Okay, well, first let me introduce this. This is the Hierophant, major arcana for Taurus. So some of you are dealing with a Taurus, but you don't have to be. And I feel that maybe in some of your cases, maybe this Taurus pushed you away, or encouraged you in some way to go on that hermit journey that you're on. Or maybe they've rejected you in some type of way, or they've gone away from you, and that left you feeling empty or void and all kinds of lost in the sauce. And now we end up coming, we did a nice little pathway here. So we've come back to this Hierophant. Now, it does not have to be a Taurus, okay? But I am getting, because there is that little bull or cow there on the card with this guy under the tree. So I am getting stubbornness, and I am getting rigidity, and I am getting this very, what is this, tug of war kind of energy, okay? Scorpio, fixed sign, Taurus, potentially, or at least Taurian energy is fixed. Locking horns with this person, maybe. I think you care about this person. Could be your partner, could be a parent, best friend, I don't know. But they're significant to you. Whatever your connection is, it is long-standing, and it's valuable to both of you in some form or fashion. Now, how it's valuable, that's the question here, because the Hierophant is very traditional. All right, Scorpio, I apologize. Queen of Poor File and Data Management is in the building. I always forget to clear storage before I record. It's the worst habit, not even a habit, whatever. I just suck at it. Now, what was I saying? Hermit, yeah. He is, and I'm saying he only because it's this possible man-like figure there. It could be a female, doesn't matter. The Hermit is a traditional energy, or a card or an energy that represents tradition, conventions, right? Bodies of power in our society, or hierarchies of power, So we're talking governments and schools and religious bodies. We can be talking about even leaders within those worlds, so principals and, in terms of business or corporations, vice presidents and CEOs and all that kind of stuff. And also in terms of, because sometimes this can also include medicine or the medical field. So we could be talking about doctors or your doctor. If you've gone off and had a procedure in another country, maybe that your primary doctor said, I don't think that's a good idea, or, they didn't offer you any alternatives, and so you went behind their back, quote unquote, behind their back, and you sought your own treatment, and then you come back and he's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a couple months, so what have you been doing? You're like, well, I went to Mexico and my brain is better. And they're like, huh? You did what? And they're like, I feel this person, if I'm honest, Scorpio, has or does judge you. The Hierophant is in that position because, the Hierophant is seen as a leader or as a person of power, but also a person of wisdom. There can be a lot learned from them, decorum and traditions, right? The people who uphold those, I don't want to say boundaries, but that's kind of what it is. Like, they keep society in line, or they keep things structured. Traditionally, this is what the Hierophant does. So, again, just to show an example, if you need help of a spiritual sense, or you're fearing for your soul, or you have concerns about your soul as a sinner here in this world, you go to confession if you're Catholic. You talk to your preacher, your pastor, maybe if you're Lutheran or Baptist or something like that, In a corporation, if you're having problems with your boss, you go to the head of HR. This person is someone that is indebted or charged with being responsible for other people. So in some sense, this person feels responsible towards you, or they feel that your actions impact on them. Could be your partner, could be your husband or your wife who had no idea about this surgery that you had, or this trip that you took, or why you took this trip, and then you come back and you explain yourself with the fruit basket. I brought you cantaloupe and I am now wanting to be abstinent, and this person is looking at you like you're crazy because we're married, and you're like, yeah, but I'm rededicating myself to the spiritual path, and the physical components of our relationship is going to confuse things. And so I don't want to be confused. I want to start from this level playing field, and I don't want this to be an interference. And this person is like, but we're married, but we share a bed. What are you talking about? This is insane. That's not how a husband and wife, or a wife and wife, husband, whatever your situation is. That's not how partners live. This person, in some cases, not all, feels a little indignant towards you, Scorpio, because you have, quote unquote, lied or omitted the truth, because you have made a decision that centers around your health and wellness that you didn't consult with them beforehand. You just did it. And now they're like, why'd you do that? Or how come you didn't tell me? Or now that you've come back, you've made further decisions that you didn't ask for my input, that you didn't come and seek help with me. If I'm your partner in this, you should be able to rely on me. And you're just kind of like, yeah, but I didn't know. And you're just kind of like, that's the way the cookie crumbles, my dear. And not like in a dismissive way, but you feel that's the problem, is that you didn't want to be guilted into something or out of something. If you told this person your plans, they would have tried to dissuade you. Because again, but the Hierophant is very much about structure. Here's the playbook. We only do things out of the playbook. Again, like I keep going to this surgery abroad, and I'm hoping, obviously not most of you are not going to be experiencing that, but for those, I hope you're able to get something out of it, because this person would be telling you, if you said, I'm going to go over to Mexico, or I'm going to fly down to, wherever, Portugal, or wherever in the world to see this specialist for treatment. If you told this person, they would have said, well, according to the playbook, you only get these types of procedures done in this country. Or, well, if that didn't work, then we should go to this doctor over here, over, 2 states over. There's no reason to fly abroad and spend all that money. Like, they might come to you with that. You spent how much money to do what? In what country? And, And they would just be like seeing your decision as being impractical. And to avoid that, you just did the damn thing. You come back with the fruit basket with the, hey, I'm sorry, but this is what I decided to do for myself. And this person, like I said, feels indignant towards you in a lot of your cases. They feel left out. They feel undervalued. Didn't I say that towards the beginning? Like, this is about valuing each other? Or this person, maybe that's it. Maybe you guys are having a disagreement about the values of your relationship. Whatever it is. This could be a friend. It doesn't have to be your husband or your wife. It doesn't have to be your doctor. This could be your child. Mom, why would you do that? That's a crazy thing. Why would you do that? And you're like, I had to do it. Like, for you, Scorpio, it's very simple. I had to. And this person's just like, I don't know about that. And they're like, no. There could have been another way. You didn't consult the playbook. You should have done the playbook. And you're like, but I did what I did, and I feel fine, and I'm happier, or I feel healthier, or I feel better. And they're just like shitting on your parade, basically. And that could, kill any type of amorous energy between two people, platonic or romantic or sexual or whatever. That could really turn the fires down, so to speak. I think it'll be okay though. I'm not overly worried about that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Because look what's in the outcome. 5 of Wands in reverse. So, and this deck is interesting. It comes with like little words across the top of the minor arcana. So strife, 5 of Wands, okay? But oh God, I'm throwing stuff all over the place. But in reverse. So we're avoiding strife. I think as your outcome, this is what you were after the whole time, Scorpio. Maybe before this trip, maybe before this little staycation where you locked yourself up in your apartment and your friends couldn't contact you and whatever. Maybe before, your friends were like on your ass. Scorpio, I think that you're depressed. Maybe that was your thing. Excuse me. Maybe someone was telling you, you don't look well. Are you okay? And they were overly concerned. And that was like stressful to you, right? So to avoid that, you locked yourself up in your room, which is, I do not recommend that for depression, by the way, but maybe this is how Scorpio rolls. Maybe this is how you roll. I locked myself away on a staycation in my house for about 5 days. I recuperated. I did some journaling. I did some meditation. I took long hot baths. I stuffed myself with pizza for 3 days out of the week, whatever you did. And then you come out on the other side and you feel better. Or you're feeling ready or on the precipice of feeling better. You're poised and ready to walk down a road that's going to lead you to feeling better. And the result of that, the result of whatever you've done is you don't have to argue with anybody. You don't have to defend yourself to anybody. You don't have to prove your point to anybody, or you don't have to persuade anybody to give you the okay to take care of yourself. Like, I already did it. So what's the beef? What's the problem here? Why would anybody give me guff after I've already done everything I needed to do to get myself better? So I feel you will either not have that happen, or if people bring any type of flack your way, you're going to avoid them. You will continue to avoid them. So some people, Hierophant, when you come back from your work, they're going to be critical. And you're going to be like, I'm going to stop you right there, Bob, because no, I feel fine. I feel better. I'm on this road to recovery. I'm feeling more alive. I'm feeling more invigorated. I'm feeling healthier. I'm feeling happier, whatever. Your criticism is not going to help me along that path. If you don't support me, if you have nothing nice to say, please STFU. That was pretty simple. The overall energy, interesting, 5 of Pentacles. So as an overall energy, what's been going on here? What's the rhyme and the reason of everything we've been talking about? Worry, right? With that written across the top there, Five of Pentacles energy. So feeling vexed, feeling, as these two characters here on the card are sort of depicting, like you're out on the streets, like you're like you're on Skid Row or something, not literally. And if you were like homeless at some point, or you are dealing with homelessness now, Godspeed to you. But feeling bankrupt, feeling like we have nothing, feeling like there's no solution, no way to amend a situation, and like really racking your brain to find a solution. Now, the irony of the Five of Pentacles is, and it's sort of indicated here, but it's a lot clearer in the Rider-Waite deck, or more traditional depictions of this card, because you'll see two people in a snowstorm and they look as if they could use a hot place or a warm place to stay and a hot meal. And the irony is they're standing outside of a church. They're standing outside of sanctuary. So the solution to your problem is or was very close by, Scorpio. Again, some of you didn't move one step out of your city. You're just on a staycation, and within a week or two of being to yourself, of having this quiet internal healing journey with the Hermit card, you feel better because the solution was already within you or very close nearby, So again, some of you, maybe you do go away, but it's not that far. Maybe you don't go away, you just start going to a certain place. Maybe, again, for those who have dedicated or rededicated their lives to some type of spiritual or religious practice, you go back to your church, you go back to your temple or your synagogue. You start going to this meditation circle or this counseling support group 2 or 3 times a week. Whatever you're doing, it's so close by. So, but I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know. And for those where, you did travel over the seas, and that's not necessarily next door or close by, but the idea to do it was close by. The idea to do it maybe came from a neighbor. Hierophant's all critical. You're like, I don't know what to do. My doctor says there's no treatment, or the doctor suggests this, but I don't want to do that. And the Hierophant is like, well, in the playbook, it says follow your doctor's orders. And then you talk to your neighbor, or you talk to somebody nearby, and they're like, you can just go to Mexico or go up to Canada or go wherever, and they could help you. And you're like, oh, really? Then you plot that vacation. And then you're like, I'm going up to Canada. I'm going to Mexico. Come back in a week or 2. Boom. Whoever was nearby who suggested it to you, they were right. Playbook Hierophant, less so. Scorpio, that's your reading for mid-August. If you liked it, there's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. You can leave a comment down below letting me know how this reading resonated in your life. You can also share this video across your social media platforms. Let other people know you like my stuff and you like hanging out with me. Or you just think I was really cool in this one particular reading and you hate everything else I do. I don't know. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Scorpio, I will be back in about a week or 2 doing the September readings and the mids after that. You will see me do a live in September for Virgo. You're welcome to come over and say hi and hello and hang out. But that reading will be specifically for Virgos, because for all of the birthdays, I will do a live at some point towards the middle of the birthday month. So you have that to look forward to come November. Be patient. All right, Scorpio. I thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.